Hello everyone, welcome back to 70s and 80s Talk. So today I'm going to be reviewing another one of Scorpions' albums. I previously reviewed Love at First Sting, so if you want to go and check that out, please do. So this album is Blackout, which is one of their probably most popular albums, most talked about. It was released in 1982 on the 29th of March. So it was before Love at First Sting that came out in 1984. Which was a great year for music. So was 1985. 1985 was the gold standard, I think. So this album, Blackout, is their 8th studio album. They have a lot of albums. It reached number 11 in the UK charts and 10 in the US Billboard 200 and 10 in the German albums. So number 1 is Blackout. It's quick paced. It's a quick tempo song. It sounds a bit more mid to late 70s, I'd say, actually. But I think a lot of those early 80s albums are more 70s sounds, and I do come across that. It sounds different to how they sing it live, actually. I've listened to this song, the live version of it. I don't think I've ever listened to the recorded version of it. And the overall sound is quite different. I'd say like the way they play the instruments and how that's timed and everything is the same, but the way Klaus sings is slightly different, and just the overall sound sounds slightly different, and I prefer the live version to the recorded version. I would say I prefer the songs of theirs a lot more to Blackout, to be fair. But the guitar is good. The ending is rather extreme though, and I didn't really like the ending of it. And I don't even think I've heard that on the live versions, I don't think, like right towards the end. But yeah. Number 2 is Can't Live Without You. It's rather punk sounding to start, I'd say. Again, it's more 70s sounding. It's catchy, the riff is good and it works. But what I wasn't sure about was the extra layers of guitar. I found it a little bit too much. I feel like the lyrics could have varied a bit more too. It's alright. It may grow on me. Number 3, No One Like You. Yep, I know this one. It's a good balance of everything in this song, and I think it's a good song. Number 4, You Give Me All I Need. You can really hear that bass guitar in this one, so I was like, yes, bass guitar. Klaus has got such a powerful voice as a vocalist, which is really shown in this song. He hits that note really well. I talked about this in my last video. Some singers can really hit like an optimum note and it just resonates and it makes you can feel that sound, and Klaus really does that as a singer, and he does that in this song. It sounds in place a bit like the last song, I'd say, though. Number 5 is Now, with an exclamation mark on there. It's very quick. It's a bit mad, I'd say. It's a bit wild. That's how I'd describe it. I think I need to listen to it a bit more. Number 6 is Dynamite. The drums are a standout in this one. I like this song. I think I have listened to it a couple of times, but I didn't really know it. It's quick paced again. Everything works really well, and then the guitar just goes off with the riff still running along with it, which is really great. I mentioned the previous song I wasn't really that sure about, where you had the riff and then you had these other bits of guitar. I thought it was a bit too much. In this song, I like it. It works really well, I think. What an ending as well to this song. Number 7 is Arizona. As soon as I read that, I was just thinking of Arizona, the band, not the state. If any Arizona fans are out there, they'll understand what I'm talking about. If you don't, go and listen to Arizona, the band. They're brilliant. They're actually from New Jersey, but yeah, bit sidetracked there. So I've not heard this song before. It's a good song though, and I think it's an easy listen. Number 8 is China White. The start reminded me of something, and I was thinking, what is it? And it was Foreigner's Jukebox Hero. That's what it reminded me a bit of. Have a listen to the 2 songs, see what you think. The beat's really good in this one, it's quite prominent. The bass and electric guitar work really well together. The bass in this is the same timing as the drums as well, which you might not pick up on unless you're really listening to it. The guitar is really good. it reminds me a bit of ZZ Top, so there's a few bands in here that it's reminded me of. I think it's a very strong song, and actually it probably is my favourite off this album. I really like it. So number 9 is When the Smoke is Going Down. So this is a slower song to end the album. In albums, you often the last album is either slower or it's crazy. In this case, it's a slower song. It's not something I would put on YouTube to listen to, I don't think. However, I can appreciate that it is a good song, that is well written and produced, but just the overall sound isn't really for me. So they released a 2015 version of this album, and I thought, well, I might as well review these songs as well. So they had a demo version of Blackout on there, which was quite similar to what was released, to be honest. There wasn't anything that really was different, I don't think. I mean, there probably was, but I didn't really pick it out. The second one, is Running for the Plane, which was quite groovy. I quite like this one. It has very 70s vibes. I think it should have been on the album. You can really hear the bass guitar towards the end, which is really nice too. Sugar Man is also there on this album. The bass guitar is brilliant. Klaus's vocals, it's like nobody else is a vocalist. Straight away you recognise him when he sings. Again, why wasn't this on the actual album? I definitely will listen to that one again. Searching for the Rainbow, I prefer the other two songs. This one didn't really grab me, but I can't really pinpoint why. It's just the overall sound, I guess. So overall, I've got to be honest, I definitely preferred Love at First Sting. I understand why this is such a popular album, though it's very heavy, it's very metal, which I do like, but I just preferred Love at First Sting, the songs on there and the sounds on there. But it is a strong set of songs on this album too. Let's say some which I wasn't keen on, but I think they'll probably grow on me, to be honest. But yeah, an interesting review, this one. And I will review more of their albums, whether or not I'll end up reviewing all their albums, because there is a lot of their albums. So that is that album. The next albums I'm going to be reviewing, I'm not sure yet. I don't know. I wrote a sticky note, and it's somewhere. So I'm going to have a look at what's on there and probably just pick something from on there. I am going to release a little short review next, though. It's going to be Def Leppard's new song. They've released a new song, so I'll do a short review of that. And it's going to be a positive one. So thanks for watching, everyone. Take care now. Bye bye.